Hi Gemini, thanks for visiting. This is your reading for June the 18th to June the 24th. That was a tongue twister. June the 18th to June the 24th. There's too many thes in it. Yes, if you like this reading, please like or subscribe or leave a comment if you'd like to, as I always say. And I have everything ready as usual. I'm just going to start your reading for lovely Gemini people. Yes, the first card you have your past is the Knight of Pentacles. I'm seeing you had a huge, enormous love for someone at this time, and you still do have a lot of love for this person. This wasn't actually a romantic love. I'm not seeing a romantic love here. I'm seeing that this was someone who I'm just seeing you watching someone grow. This could be someone young, it could be a child, could be someone younger than you. Watching someone grow, watching someone progress as well. They were progressing very slowly, but I think this was normal. This was something that you knew. You were caring for this person, I'm seeing, and you were helping this person as well, I'm seeing. This might sound strange, but I'm seeing this person smiling. I'm seeing them smiling, and I'm seeing their smile lighting up your heart and lighting up everything. It felt like the smile was lighting up your whole world, actually. This is really beautiful. I'm looking at this golden coin and the way it lights up the sky, the way it's golden and the whole sky is golden. So it's like, it made the whole sky golden. So it makes you feel golden. It makes you feel happy, like the sun. And the sun's the happiest card there is in the tarot. So this person made you happy with their smile, and you were caring about them. You love this person. You're watching them progress in something, and they were progressing really slowly. I'm seeing that, but you were patient with them, and I think you knew that this progress had to be slow for some reason. There was some kind of it wasn't frustrating. It wasn't frustrating, it was fine. You were fine with this, and you were just watching this, and you were helping someone as well. You were helping them. The next card you have your past is the Seven of Wands. Yes, there's restlessness. There's a lot of restlessness in this card. You were doing a lot of hard work at this time. Yes, you weren't unhappy about having to do this work. There was just a lot of it. It might have been making you feel a bit tired. It might have been making you feel a little bit like you weren't quite yourself, a bit restless, not quite with it all the time, probably very tired. I'm seeing there probably seemed to be no end to this work. It was like you dealt with one thing, and then there was another thing after that, and then another thing after that, maybe with no breaks in between, something like that. And you were just very tired. It just went on and on forever. It was like there was no end to this. You wanted a break in between this, and there wasn't any break in between them. But I'm not seeing this as unhappy work. Again, I'm seeing that you weren't thinking, oh, I don't want to be doing this. It wasn't like that. I think it was just more like a physical exhaustion, if that makes sense. Yes, the other thing I'm seeing with this card is there could have been some conflicting communication. Because I'm seeing, maybe you were saying one thing, you knew the facts about something, or you knew the truth about something, or something like that. Somebody else was saying the opposite to you. But I'm sensing that they weren't saying the opposite because they truly believed the opposite of what you said. It was just like they wanted to oppose you just for the sake of opposing you. So they might have had some grudge about you, between you. They might have been jealous, they might have been angry, they might have thought that you had done something to them previously or something. I'm not seeing that you meant to do anything to anyone on purpose or anything like that. So this might just be one of those kind of, you get a lot of those trolls around, those kind of crazy people who just oppose everything just for the sake of it, or they just say the opposite just for the sake of it. It's like, you could be saying, oh, that sky's blue, and they would say, no, it's not. It's purple and orange and some ridiculous color, which of course it isn't, green or something. They're just saying it for some reason. They had some kind of agenda, maybe, behind why they're opposing you. Maybe they wanted other people to feel that you were wrong, or maybe they wanted other people to dislike you. Some strange thing, some strange troll. I hope you ignored them. I hope they're not there anymore. The last card you have for your past is the Magician, which I love. I love this card. So yes, you were physically tired. I'm seeing that. Very physically tired in the Seven of Wands. You had a lot of a job that kind of went on and on forever. It might not have been it might not have been like a paid job even. It could be any kind of work that you were doing at this time. Very, very relentless almost. But yes, you were physically tired, but you weren't mentally tired. You were actually mentally sharp at this time. That's what I'm seeing with this Magician. And yes, this might sound a bit strange. I'll just tell you what I'm seeing. I'll just say this. I'm seeing a wise child, and I'm seeing this wise child, this child who knows a lot. And I'm seeing this could be about you actually. It could be that maybe you're wise beyond your years as a child or something like that. I'm seeing some adults telling you things and you were thinking as a child, oh, that's not right. I know better than that. I know that's not right. I don't believe that. And thinking, oh, maybe when I grow up I might believe that, because adults believe that. And then you grew up and you realize, no, actually I was right as a child. So you're very wise as a child. I don't know if this is going to make sense to you. This is just what I'm seeing. Maybe you were an old soul as a child, and you still have that kind of inner knowing now. You have this kind of, I'm seeing that maybe people who are a doctor of something or other might be an so-called expert in something, says something, they might say something, on a video, or you might see it somewhere online or something, and you'll read something and you'll say, I don't agree with that, I don't think that's right. Now, other people might go along and they might say, oh, this person has qualifications, this person's a doctor or whatever they are. They know, oh, I agree with them, I believe them straight away without thinking. You're not like that. You know your own mind and you're very wise in your own mind. You don't automatically just believe these things just because some so-called expert says something. So, you're not going around disbelieving automatically, but you're very wise. You're very discerning in what you believe and what you don't believe. That's what I'm seeing. I hope that makes sense. The first card you have for your present is the Three of Wands. So at this time, yes, you're finishing, or you've finished with something. I'm seeing you have some sort of big goal that you're working toward. Now you're partly finished. You've finished a part of this. You're getting to this stage where you finish something. Now whatever this is very important to you. And you finished one phase and you might be thinking about, what am I going to do? What's my next step going to be? It's like you're looking out to sea like this man, and you're looking out into the distance and you're saying, what's the next thing for me? What should I do next? What's my next move? And you might be thinking about this. You might be thinking about your next step. And you might even be talking to some people about this. You might be saying, I've done this thing, I've got this big goal, I'm kind of part of the way through, and I'm thinking that maybe the next step should be this, or maybe it should be this, but I'm just waiting to see what the right thing might be. I haven't actually made a move yet. It's that kind of thing I'm getting around this. I'm seeing this kind of conversation. I'm seeing that someone who you've been talking to about this might not be very supportive. They might actually be a bit negative around whatever this thing is you're doing. And you might even be thinking about leaving this person behind. Maybe not completely, but it might be that you might not want to involve them in this or speak to them about this anymore. If you look at the man on this card, he has his back to us. So you might be turning your back on this person, or you might be thinking about turning your back on this person who's unsupportive. Now again, you might not totally, it might not be that you're walking off, you never see them ever again. This person isn't walking, this man in this card isn't walking, he's standing there. But it might be that you're just not going to discuss this with them again, because they're just not supportive. That's what I'm seeing, and you're very wise if you do that. Because there's no point in listening to people who just do not understand you. There's just no point. You can try to tell them everything about that, but if they're not going to support you, if they're just going to be negative, excuse me, there's no point in dealing with this person. There are other topics you can talk to them about, just not this. That's what I'm seeing. So yes, you could be doing this and you're very wise. If you do decide to not talk to them about this anymore, you're going to be very wise. That's the right thing for you to do. That's what I'm seeing. The next card you have for your present is the Five of Swords. So yes, here we are again, walking away. This person could be trying to bait you even. They might be trying to, I hope that makes sense, bait. You know, when people go fishing and they have their bait on a hook and they try to catch a fish. So they might be saying things to try and get you to argue or try and get you to have a debate. Sometimes some people want debates that go round and round in circles. They don't actually want to learn something from you. Because for me, if I have a conversation with something and they have something they're doing, that they're pursuing, and I'm doing something else over here, I don't know anything about that subject or whatever it is. They might be talking about fixing their car. I don't know anything about that. But if I want to learn about that, I'll be interested to hear what they have to say. I won't just try to have an annoying argument to get them off track just to prove that I know what I'm doing. It's just silly. It doesn't get anyone anywhere. I don't learn anything about them. They don't learn anything about me. And then, you know, we just end up frustrated and angry. It really is very useless, this kind of silly debate. And you hear these people sometimes, they're having this talk with you and you're explaining something to them, but they're not actually listening to what you're saying. They're kind of forming an argument in their head while you're speaking. What's the point of that? They're not going to learn from you. You're not going to learn from them. Anyway, I'm just going on and on about this silly thing. But yes, this is one of these people. So yes, ignore them. Don't give them any ammunition to try and argue with you. Just ignore this person. That's what I'm seeing. Look at this person. Look at this person in the Five of Swords. Look how smug they look. They look like, oh, I know everything. Everyone else is walking away. Ha, ha, ha. I'm better than them because they're walking away. No, walking away doesn't mean that you've defeated or you're just, you know, you're losing. No, it just means that you're not going to bother with them anymore. If they want to act like that, they can be like that on their own. That's what I'm seeing with this card. Walking away is not weak. It's very strong sometimes. The last card you have for your present is the Star. So yes, look at this. Go ahead with whatever you're doing with this in the Three of Wands, this great goal, this thing that you want to do. Don't listen to this silly person in the Five of Swords. Whatever, just let them do their silly thing with their swords. You go along with what you're doing and don't listen to any people like this. This is showing me that you're on the right road, you're heading toward this star. I'm also seeing, you know, when I look at this star, I'm seeing there's one main star and there are a lot of little stars around it. So this might be about, you know, when you were sitting around in the Three of Wands and you were thinking, I finished this move, what's my next move? What's next? What do I do next? You might be looking at this big goal you want to achieve and you might be thinking, I'll never get there, it's too big. How can I ever get to where I want to go? I've done a bit, but how can I get to where I want? How can I get to the finish line? And I'm looking at all these little stars around this big star and I'm thinking that you might have to break it down into little goals before you get to the big one. So you might make a little goal for yourself and achieve that. That's one star. And then break it down into another one and achieve the next one. And by the time you've finished all these little stars, you'll be at this great big beautiful golden star. You'll be finished. And at the moment, if you look at this star card with this beautiful woman in it, the stars are actually at a distance from her. She's in the foreground, they're kind of in the background. That doesn't mean they're not there. They're not out of reach. You can see the star. You can see what you want. It's there. You just need to get a little bit of work done before you get to it. So you might need to tackle all of these little goals before you get to the big one. That's what I'm seeing. But certainly don't let anyone stop you. Don't let anyone get in your way from this big star, this beautiful big golden star. The first card you have for your future is the Ten of Cups. So yes, look at this. Beautiful rainbow. So you can get to where you want to be, definitely. This is telling you that. Look at that. You can do this. I'm also seeing in this card, I'm also seeing simple pleasures and I'm seeing time spent with families, time spent with children as well. This is also showing me that, you know, you can see past other people's negativities and their silly games and their silly nasty carrying on, especially this Five of Swords person. And yes, this thing that you want to achieve, you know that you can achieve it. It might not be something that will bring them happiness or other people happiness, but it will bring you happiness. It might be something that other people think is not something they would want. It might be something out of the ordinary. It doesn't matter if it's ordinary or not ordinary or way out or crazy or whatever it is. This is what you want. This is what you want. You can achieve what you want. It will bring you happiness. It's going to bring you happiness, and it will bring your loved ones happiness as well. Look at this card. Look at these beautiful family. So it's going to bring other people around you happiness as well. I'm seeing that you can definitely achieve this. You will definitely achieve this if you break this down into smaller chunks like I'm seeing in the star. And also, you can see the importance of simple things, simple pleasures, time spent with people who truly love you, who truly support you at this time. I'm seeing, also keep in mind that your moods can change very quickly. I'm not trying to be negative. I mean, I know this is a beautiful, positive card, and I'm seeing you having a beautiful time, probably with family, with loved ones at this time. But you often have these huge mood swings. You can be hugely happy and then down the next minute and then happy the next minute. Not literally the minute, but you can be very happy and then very quickly down again. So when you have one of these down times, and you do have these ups and downs, remember this time in the Ten of Cups. Remember your happy times, and just know that you can get back there again. And you will get back there again. Every time you go down, there's an up. Just remember that, because I know you do go through these ups and downs. That's what I'm seeing. You always get past them. The next card you have, your future, is the Hierophant. So yes, if you're in a relationship at this time, for people in relationships, you've got this card and you've got the Ten of Cups. What does this tell you? It tells me that your partner's thinking very, very seriously about you. They could even be planning marriage, something very traditional, or they could just want a very stable future with you, a very traditional, stable kind of future with you, living together in harmony, that kind of thing. And if you are married, I'm definitely seeing stability. This person wants to stay in stability with you if you're with someone. I'm also seeing, yes, another thing I'm seeing for people in a relationship is that a lot more people around you like or approve of your partner, the one that you have now, than the last person you're with. So I'm not saying that, you should be looking for everyone's approval, but, you do have their approval with this new person. That's what I'm seeing. It does mean that, you're going to experience a lot more harmony around you if people do approve of your partner. If your family are happy about the person you're with, your friends are happy with them, there's a lot more harmony happening in your life than if they don't. That's what I'm seeing. Not that you have to do whatever people say, of course not, but there's a lot less drama if they do. That's what I'm seeing. And so your life is going to be very harmonious in that way as well. If you are in a relationship, that's what I'm seeing. The last card you have, your future, is, yes, the Eight of Swords. So I'm still seeing this person around you who's yes, someone's trying to prevent you from moving ahead with this goal that you want. Someone's going to be doing this with their words. They're going to be saying something to you to try to put your eyes off the goal. Because if you look at this woman, she's blindfolded. They're going to try and hold you back in some way, stop you from moving forward. I don't know why they're doing this. This could be a family member, because I am seeing you're going to be around family a lot at this time. And yes, I am seeing happiness and harmonious times with your family. But there's always one around, and this is the one. So yes, again, you're on the right path for you. Not for them, not for anyone else, but for you. You know where you're going. Don't stop. Don't let them stop you. Don't let them stop you seeing where you need to go. Don't let them stop you from moving forward. Yes, take the blindfold off and put it around their mouth. Stop them from talking. Not literally, but make sure you do see. Don't let them stop you. Don't let them stop you from achieving your goal, because I'm seeing that if you do achieve this, and you can achieve this, it's well within your reach, you will have this beautiful contentment I'm seeing in the Ten of Cups. That's what I'm seeing. Gemini, I hope this resonated. As you know, general readings can't always resonate with everyone. But again, if you like this reading, please like or subscribe or leave a comment if you'd like to. Thank you so much for watching.